What's up? This is Six Leaf Clover of Fire here, and welcome to episode 13 of Down the Ladder. So, for this episode, I decided I'm going to play a 15-minute game instead of a 10-minute game. I feel that'll give me 5 minutes for the opening, 5 minutes for the middle game, and 5 minutes for the end game. I feel like that's plenty of time. But we'll see. Plus, it's not actually 15, it's 15 plus 10, I think. So, yeah, it's not as long as a 30-minute game, but not quite as short as a 10-minute game. So I'll have a little bit more time to think and commentate. But let's look at yesterday's game real quick. So, let me turn all this off. The correct move was to pin. Something like this. That's good for me. And you could just sink your queen in. I forget the exact way this worked. Up to 5. Let's look at the actual the lines I actually looked at, so I don't have to go from memory. Okay. So the point was, okay. The point was here. Okay, no. Here I should have played bishop g5, if kicks, something like this. Knight d5 is amazing. Because they go back, it's just a forced checkmate. So there we go. F4 does shut me down a little. It shuts that bishop down, but ultimately I can go for this fork to protect the fork. They have to play d5, grab, castle, and then coming back was not the play. Going for the outpost was the idea. Because this pawn's really annoying. So something like that is what was needed. So coming back wasn't ideal. I needed to slide my queen over like this because of the capture. Instead of recapturing, you grab, and it's a fork. Something like this happened. My opponent should not have taken there. My opponent should have taken with the king. Because now I just win pawns, a bunch of pawns. Instead of trading into them, I let them trade into me. I do that, and then chaos ensues because I could have just pushed. Should not have traded. And I'm on a time scramble, and this is the other reason why I want to go with a little longer time crunch. Also, I could have just straight up lost here because of the fork. Okay, but my opponent missed. Okay. Also, I don't know if this will interfere with anything, but I am hungry. I haven't really eaten today except 2 donuts and a coffee. And it is currently 4:30. So I am feeling the effects of hunger. So hopefully that doesn't inhibit my ability. Okay, I'm playing as black. Let's see if I get a semi-Slav. Okay, I'm gonna get Scandi instead. And if this is too long of a time control, I can always change later. Okay, super French. I'm not crazy about this move. It has ideas to support. I'm a little cold too. I'm not sure. Kind of knocked over my microphone. That probably doesn't sound good. I'm trying to think. I think just knight out. Yep, and then trades. Except I really can't capture back with the knight. Wait a second. I think you actually can. But instead of capturing this pawn, I think you can capture this one. No, I'm misremembering something. There is a weird line where you can do that. But it's not this. Yeah, this isn't the line. I don't remember what is. Develop like something like that, I think. Bring this out. Shut down the gate. Develop my dark square bishop. This should be pretty good. My opponent has a big center, but I have 2 pieces developed. Going for a trade. Smart. Instead of closing the gate, I think knight here. Because after a trade, gives me a nice little outpost. Yeah, exactly. And now I have 2, I just realized I also have 2 attackers now here on d4. I have to be careful about this diagonal, this pin. But he doesn't have a light square bishop anymore. I think my opponent kind of has to do something like that. Could potentially throw in some checks at some point. This is a nice idea. Hitting twice. And also preventing the bishop from developing. Do want to play something like this later. And it's going to be hard for my opponent to... I wonder, though, if b2 is going to be poisoned. If he can actually develop his dark square bishop with a poisoned b2 pawn. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. If he goes for that, I'm gonna have to look at that kind of line. e6, really good idea. Bring the bishop, dark sword bishop out, put it in a better spot, give an outpost for my knight, and also prepare to castle. This should win a pawn somewhere. Look, triple attack, only defended twice. Hitting b2. So, okay, the castle. I don't know if I agree with that because, again, I just want a pawn. The question is, what do I want to... How do I... With which knight? I'm going to capture with this knight because I don't want to get any kind of check on me right now. And then after take, I'll recapture with the queen. Pretty forceful. Recapture with the queen. Pretty much have to trade, yep. I'm threatening something like this as well. And I'm up a pawn. I can always come back here, give myself that outpost. See, they knew about that, but they forgot about this. Although, I don't know if I want to take that bishop or not. Because, let me just think. I definitely want to throw in that check, but I don't know if I want to take that bishop because that surrenders a file. Unless I want to bring my rook here first to take control of this file. But I think that'll be too late. Another really nice idea is this. Just trade. I think this is completely fine though. I just don't want to surrender this file. Would be bad. This hits. The idea, of course, is to still go for this. Really, I'm trying to go into a good endgame at this point. Like a beneficial endgame. Bring the bishop out. Okay. Now I cannot capture that. But I do actually still have, like... That knight can get trapped if I'm not careful. So here, only legal move. And then I can't go back. I can't go anywhere with the knight, actually. So, gotta be careful. Can't do that now. Can't do this, even though I want to. What I want to do is that. But that's not going to work for me. I don't have any checks available. The idea of just coming back is good. Or hitting here. But the problem with that move is I do want to trade at some point, so I don't want to do that. I just want to aggressively go after this bishop, double his pawns, castle, or play king e6 at some point instead of castling. Also, very good idea to centralize my king going into a winning endgame. I'm very hungry. Like I'm in like a physical discomfort. Okay, that kind of solves his issues. It's a good move. Wasn't really thinking about that, but at the same time picking my teeth. I don't know why. Guess because I'm hungry. Same time. Then I can attack the knight with the tempo. I'm just playing a pawn ahead. Fortify my bishop. So yeah, I want to do that. After recaptures here. Maybe potentially have a fork at some point. But I'm just playing pawn up at this moment. The knight doesn't really have too many good squares. I'm gonna check. Again, if something like that, I can just fortify the bishop. Or trade. Then that gives that. I don't like the e6 pawn, or e5 pawn, I should say, because that's what it does. Because it Okay. I have some options. Here hits both of these, but the issue is it's kind of hope chess. Because I can just play there, that defends that pawn twice. And I still can't capture because then well, actually I can. Because the rook swings over. I swing back attacking the rook. So I want a tempo. No, it actually doesn't work because then I run out of tempos. It looks like I can win. So yeah, I run out of tempos. So if I want to trade, I can. If I just want to go for a strong attack, I probably should do that instead. I think just trading. Again, I am a pawn ahead. After he trades into me, um, rook over. Over. Like king e6. Possibly. Um, this rook can't go here. It's gonna have to double, probably. um, rook here is nice. I can still castle. Castling, I don't think is a horrible idea either. The rook here, probably here. Either okay. Either castle at some point soon, or one's gonna be weak. Either castle at sometime soon, or just play here. Play here. Yeah, you can dance. That hangs a. Oh, that's a very clever move on my opponent's part, actually, because that threatens a skewer. So I cannot take this pawn. I have to trade. And then I think just king up. Over, attack. You know. Opponent has a lot of nice rook moves, potentially. Yeah. That's the one. Rook here. I'm calling the shots. I can take an outpost. Here and here, and then that should win the pawn. Cuts off the king. I'm playing really well. Maybe I play better when I'm hungry. I don't know. Or maybe it's just time control. That could very well be it as well. Because it's not too long. It's 30 minutes is too long. I tend to overthink when it's 30 minutes. Oh, this is brutal because I'm calling the shots. If the knight wants to defend here, I just take. So I'm calling the shots. It kind of goes to show these slow burn wins are really nice because you play very positionally and you can reach a point where you're just choking them out. Okay, why didn't I see that? That just protects it. But then now I have a fork, which is nice. I didn't even think about that move. Fork. But it's okay. My king's still clamped. I'm gonna play f6 at some point. Undermine. Yeah, f6 is really nice. What I could actually do instead of grabbing this pawn is just play f6. Just saying, what do you want to do? You know, I'm gonna go for a strong structure instead of going for more material. So f6, completely valid. f6, if they play something like a4, capture, capture, capture. Idea. Just make sure that one's a pawn. Oh, it doesn't actually want a pawn. Because they can just take. So never mind. I'm just gonna win a pawn. And just... These are kind of like hanging pawns. Hanging pawns are like two connected pawns that are by themselves that you can just push up. You can just go up the board. Yeah, I'm like shaking. By the way, I have like hypoglycemia right now, I think. My body's not used to this. Yeah, structurally. Here's another idea. Rook here. No, it doesn't. Like, it threatens a check. I can't win this, but I can threaten to win this. And then if the king moves, there's that. And if they just try to open things up, that benefits me actually. And it loses a pawn. That's the other thing. So lots of threats. I'm just tying down. Yeah, king over. Duh. I don't really see that. Or not see it, but think of that. Rook over here, just to support a push. At some point. I can also get behind. Instead of going all the way over. Which, you know, that's also possible. They are kind of overextending. I'm gonna start trying to break. Let's not pre-move actually. Let's actually think about what's going on. Okay, so taking back with the king is probably best. The only issue... So what's going on? There's some weird pawn structures. I think taking back with the king and just taking the center. Something like that is great for me. Gives me a hole. The other issue though is my opponent still has a rook. Okay. Um, Something like that's nice. I think they're going to try clamping down. Something like that. Not after this pawn. Not a bad idea. That kind of gives me what I want. Okay, never mind. That does not give me what I want. That loses. Okay, so that was one blunder, and that cost me the game. Okay. All right. Oop. So apparently this is winning for white. And y'all, I'm really hungry. Like, really hungry. Queen here. Castle. Take. One's a pawn. It's good for me. Here. Hits. Cool. over. I just made that one blunder, y'all. That's really all there is to it. Because I was 2 pawns up, I was winning this game. And then just blundered. Mate and 1. Props to my opponent for seeing that, by the way. Okay. I'm honestly just going to look at this with Stockfish now because there's not too much, I don't think. Yeah, my endgame was weak. We both played at 1250 though. It's just that one blunder. One mistake, one blunder. Okay. We're gonna go over this with Stockfish just really quick. And then I'm gonna go because I'm hungry. 4C. Bishop F5. Bishop D3. I don't understand why this isn't an accuracy. Maybe Stockfish wanted something like this. Then close the gate. Okay. So I think it likes the structure more. Yeah. Capture into me. That's great. Yeah, that gives up the pawn. Sweet. Take back with the queen. That's correct. Capture. Threaten the rook. E6 is best here. Knight E2. I didn't like this because this is just hanging out. Maybe. Oh, and then I can go here. This was better technique. For sure. Stockfish doesn't like that move. Oh, Stockfish prefers castling. Okay. A better technique. Okay. Slightly better. Here. Well, this is still completely winning. Fine. Trade. Here. Completely fine. Here. Wait. Yeah, that's inaccurate because I'm up pawn. I feel like centralizing was fine. Here. 4, yeah. This one's another pawn. Just keep going back and forth. F6 is inaccurate? Really? I wonder about something like A5. See what it says about A5. A5 is best. Okay, so I should have just gone straight for that. Okay, so what I'm taking away here is just don't. Even in an endgame, there are still mate ones. I was thinking like this, like it doesn't matter, but nope. My opponent tricked me. I'm gonna give this a brilliant, just strategically because I'm gonna say G5 check is brilliant just because of that mate idea. All right, yeah, there's not really much I could say. I blundered mate in 1. I'm not gonna do a puzzle battle right now, just because, like I said, I am really hungry. Yeah, we both played at the same level. We played higher than our level. Had a great middle game. Endgame was only weak because of my blunder. Otherwise, my endgame, I think, technique was pretty good. So yeah. Overall, great game. I just wish I hadn't blundered. But, you know, it happens. Blunders happen. If I want to get to 1200, though, I'm going to have to eliminate that. So, anyway, this was episode 13. So maybe there was some bad luck just because of that. But anyway, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.